Hey, so I want to talk to you guys today about the Amber Guyger Botham Jean case. RIP to Botham Jean. Condolences to his family. I think he was taken much too soon. 26 is way too young. There's been a lot of debate on Facebook about this case. There's been a lot of feelings. A lot of people have different ideas. I wanted to share my input and tell you guys what I was thinking about it. There's three main things. The first thing is actual case. To me, if you walk in someone's house, even if it's a mistake or not, and you kill them, that's murder. You should go to jail. Now, we were not sure that we were going to see that verdict happen because she was a white woman and she was a cop. And historically, you know, white cops, when they kill black people, don't get punished. Like, there's always some kind of magical loophole or there's some kind of defense scenario. But we had an ethnically diverse jury, we had a black judge, and that jury actually found her guilty. Now, I don't agree with the ruling. And here's why, and this brings me to point two. To rule that she only gets 10 years, to me, is not justice. Like, you know, some people say it's progress, but it's not justice. I want justice is equal. Justice is not, there's no such, it's not partial justice. It's either justice or not. It should be equal. Equality, not dependent on your race or your job. It should be, this is wrong, here's the penalty, here's what you do. Now, of course, everything is circumstantial. Like, you know, there's a difference between murder and manslaughter. There's a difference between self-defense. There's circumstances that come into play when making these judgments, which is why you have a judge in the first place. But had the roles been reversed, had a young black man walked into the wrong apartment and killed a white woman police officer, do you think that he would only get 10 years? I think it sets a dangerous precedent as well. And maybe it's not setting a precedent because it's something that's always been here, but it reinforces the idea that our lives don't really matter that much. There's so many cases where for much less black people are given much harsher sentences. Now, you know, some people say it's not just racial. They say that there was a black police officer, he killed a white woman, he got 12 years. So maybe there's more to it than the racial component. Maybe there is a code of blue where they protect their own. But to me, that's not justice. We have to hold our police officers just as accountable as the citizens, do we not? Their job is to protect and serve us. We got to demand more. Got to demand more. We got to demand more from the country. Equality is important, and justice is equality, and we're not getting justice. You know, there's a lot of people that I respect that say that there's precedent for her to have given that judgment. And, you know, while I was initially upset about that, I was even more upset about this third part, and that is the black forgiveness and the treatment of this murderer. Now, whether or not she should have been given more than 10 years is actually debatable to me. For a judge to walk off the bench and hug this woman makes no sense to me. It's indefensible. I cannot deal with that. This speaks to a larger issue that I have with my people overall. We have to stop being so forgiving. We have to stop with this turn the other cheek mentality. We have to stop with this, you know, it'll all be okay. We need to forgive. We have to stop with that. We have to fight for equality. We have to fight for what we deserve, which is to be treated as equal citizens. No one's going to give that to us. It's never been given, and you can't forgive that away. When someone murders your family, you should not be hugging them. Now, you know, people are going to say that's his grieving process. Sure. You know, that could be his grieving process. There's no defense for the judge. There's no defense for that black bailiff. I don't understand him doing that. I also know that when black boys are gunned down, reporters will ask the mother, do you forgive the killer? Can you find it in your heart to forgive? I've seen that question being asked. I've never seen it in any other situation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me another situation where they ask parents and family members if they could forgive their child's killer. We're always asked to forgive in this country. We're asked to forgive America for slavery. No reparations, no acknowledgement, the history books kind of gloss over the atrocity and the true effects that it's had. We're asked to forgive so much. We have to stop that. We gotta cut that out. Now, I do think that you shouldn't hold negative energy. Forgiveness on a personal level is one thing, but to publicly okay what this woman did, to give her an out, to give this white woman who murdered a black man in his own home for no reason the comfort of feeling like she's forgiven by that family, I do not understand it. Because we were never extended that same treatment. So, you know, drop a comment, let me know what you think about it. I personally am upset about it. You know, if someone came in my crib and shot me, please don't hug them. If you're part of my crew, don't hug that person. That's not cool. I might, you know, I seen the meme saying I'd haunt you. If I could haunt you, I'd haunt you if you hug them, alright? Voodoo man, we out. Voodoo.